Is DeeJay, and I'll be coming at you today with a cast of Manchester United versus Leeds United, a classic Premier League rivalry here today. And while it does not quite carry the significance, and maybe it once did for, at least it doesn't carry the significance, I think, for American viewers or viewers overseas like it once did. The fans in England don't forget, and Leeds and Manchester have hated each other for years and years and years and years. And so it will be an exciting match today. Not sure if there will be fans allowed in Manchester. The last time we cast the game in Manchester, they were still in stage 3 of the COVID regulations, and so they were not allowed to have fans in the stadium yet, but it would add something to the atmosphere between these two classic rivals today. They do have a couple of interesting lineup selections and a little bit of an interesting match history going back the last couple of weeks as we look at Leeds United's schedule. Last week they are coming off of a huge win, 5-2 over Newcastle. They actually started that game going down a goal and then clawing it back, and boy did they ever claw it back. 5 different scores for them in that one, an absolute destruction of Newcastle in that game. They did lose to West Ham the weekend before and Chelsea the weekend before that, so 2 losses in between. 2 wins, one against Everton and one against the aforementioned Newcastle United. But they come in here with hopes of taking down Man United, who are on a little bit of a run in the league. They did have a draw in their schedule. Of course, that was in the Manchester derby against Man City, and normally you would say taking a point against Man City is not a terrible thing, but I will say that game was incredibly drab, and both sides nearly bored everyone to death. Man, you are coming out of a exciting 3-2 victory against Sheffield at midweek. They went behind on 5 minutes after a Dean Henderson mistake, and then were forced to come all the way back. They did so, scoring 3 unanswered goals before conceding late to David McGoldrick, setting up a pretty grandstand finish in which Sheffield put a lot of pressure on. But that 3-2 win against Sheffield, the 3-1 win against West Ham, and a 3-2 win against Southampton, their last 3 wins here in the league. So are climbing up towards the top of the table. And hey, Bruno, how's it going? Welcome back. We are about 5 minutes away from kickoff here. You excited about this one, Bruno? I typically like casting Leeds games because it makes them very frenetic. But the fun thing about Leeds for United today is that when you pressure high up the field, if you mess it up, there's a lot of space to run into. And boy, oh boy, do a lot of United players love running into space. And we'll talk about those United players here as we look at their lineup. David De Gea will be back in goal after Dean Henderson's appearance last weekend against Sheffield. Of course, we mentioned he did have that howler to give away the first goal. Was solid with the rest of his punches, goalkeeping in that match, but may have ticked off Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with that mistake. We'll have to see if this persists. I would imagine David De Gea has been the starting goalkeeper for most of the season. I would imagine this is the way it generally remains. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw across the back here. So Luke Shaw will come back in after last weekend's uninvolvement. Alex Tellez starting in his place. But the typical back four here for United, and after playing Paul Pogba in the midweek game with Nemanja Matic, Scott McTominay and Fred will take up their positions back at the base of midfield. Daniel James, Bruno Fernandes, and Marcus Rashford going to make up sort of that 3 in front of the midfield. Bruno Fernandes, his typical 10 role, his influential role. Daniel James will come on the right there. We'll give Mason Greenwood a rest. Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial will get their usual starting positions, both on the left and up top, respectively. For Leeds United, when you take a look, it's a 4-1-4-1. Once again for them, it's Ilian Meslier in goal. Alioski, Liam Cooper, Luke Ayling, Stuart Dallas will make up the back 4, and this has been their typical defense in the last few matches they have played, so nothing surprising there. Calvin Phillips, the anchor of this team, making up his usual spot at the base of midfield where he can spray passes out to either side, be defensively sound, and try to help his defenders out. Jack Harrison, Rodrigo, Matheus Klich, and Rafinha will make up the front 4 in front of him, so Rodrigo and Matheus Klich will make up the advanced portion of the midfield triangle. Klich being more the box-to-box guy. Rodrigo will probably play more the 10 role. Jack Harrison, Rafinha, the traditional wingers here for Marcelo Bielsa's side. And Patrick Bamford, coming off of another goal on the weekend in that match, will be starting up top. So Strong lineup selected here by Leeds United with a bit of squad rotation this week, but that's a good thing to see using the depth that you have on your bench. The only reason it's sometimes not a good thing is if you drop results. So far, so good for United in this busy week. Again, a match at the weekend coming off of that, the match at the weekend against Manchester City, coming off of the Leipzig loss into that match at Sheffield in midweek, and now this one. So if United can pick up this win, they will be looking very, very peachy, climbing up the Premier League table. I believe they will be temporarily in second. I'll double check this. Let's take a look here. So right now, Man United sitting just outside the top 4 on 23 points. Southampton, the gatekeepers, at 24. Tottenham at 25 after their loss today to Leicester in the earlier match. Leicester climbing up to second with 27. Man United, remember, do have 2 games in hand, this being one of them. So if they do win today, they will be up to 26 points and will vault into the top 3. They should be right behind Everton on goal differential. If they do not win, they will remain in their place at 7th with still a game in hand. We take a look down the table at Leeds sitting in 14th at the moment. They are on 17 points. A win for them would be huge. It would launch them into the top 10, climbing up right above Wolves. So still a very crowded table in the Premier League in general. It has been for most of the season here. And 3 points mean everything to all of these teams. Normally by this point you kind of see a bit of a gap, but this year we definitely do not see a huge gap with some of the top teams really struggling. Liverpool having a ton of injuries. Of course, you wouldn't have known it the way they played this weekend, beating Crystal Palace 7-0. Absolutely lethal in that one. But Man City have struggled for form this season. Tottenham have now hit a bit of a road bump, drawing a match last weekend, losing today. So I've dropped a bunch of points here recently. Actually, sorry, they lost to Liverpool last week, and they drew the game before that. So it's a draw and 2 losses now for Tottenham, who were on quite a run. And they have slipped a little bit here. Leicester have been up and down with their wins and losses, but are still in second at the moment. Everton, after a slow middle period after their first 4 wins in the league, have climbed sort of back up into the top 4. So there's a lot of teams vying for positions up the table, and the same can be said for teams vying for positions in the middle of the table outside of that relegation zone. Just about to start the match. Here we are at 10:30. I realized I left my mug in the kitchen, so I'm going to go run and grab that and pour out my coffee really quick. I will be right back in just a second. But thanks again for tuning in, and excited to be casting this one with you here today. Alrighty. So there are no fans in the stands here. Still not allowed in Manchester based on their COVID readiness. A couple people have been allowed in the stands here today. Gareth Southgate is here to once again watch the multiple English players in the outfield at the moment, and Sir Alex Ferguson also in the stands. I noticed you were wearing a Man United kit. Does this mean we won't get an unbiased commentary? No, we will get about as unbiased as can possibly be, because I feel that even as a United fan, I am one of the most critical people on United, and I will happily voice my opinions about their own ineptitude or poor performances. And the most important thing that I can do to prove that is to tell you that there's no way that Man U are a title contending team, and if they are, it's because everyone else is screwing up, not because they are doing their best. Here is Leeds getting us started here. Daniel James taking it away from Leeds, wearing all white here, going right to left. Man United in their home reds here today. Going left to right, it's Luke Shaw hustling up the field, looking for Marcus Rashford here. You were hoping for some Homer commentary. Well, Find whatever channel Phil Neville's commenting on. Here's Rashford, top of the box. Being forced back by Ayling. Wanted to shoot. Looks for the reverse pass to James. Can't get it back. He'll bundle over Luke Ayling here. It will be a free kick in favor of Leeds. Pretty bright start here by United in the first minute. A good interception by Daniel James, making a rare appearance by his own standards here. Has struggled a bit for form at the start of the season. Was benched in favor of Mason Greenwood. Will get a chance to prove himself today, but he picked off a pass, helped combine well with Rashford, and now United doing it again. They've picked off another pass as Bruno Fernandes laying off Scott McTominay, striking it, and it's in! United lead a minute into the match! What a start from the Reds here today! And contrary to their recent form where they have been starting slow, they have gotten started with an absolute bang. It's Scott McTominay from 22, assisted by Bruno Fernandes, and Man United are here to play. It's another interception here, this time by Luke Shaw. It's Bruno Fernandes who lays Scott McTominay on it. Just a beautiful strike from Scott McTominay. Look at this one from him. Not typically the player you expect to strike a ball like this, but this is pure. Bruno Fernandes just rolls it into his path. He lets it roll across his body to his favored right foot, and he absolutely hammers this. Driven on the top of the grass, little bit of spin on from the outside of his boot. It just nestles gorgeously into the bottom right-hand corner there. It's a brilliant strike from McTominay. It's a brilliant start for United, and as we mentioned, it's contrary to their recent form, but maybe finally something getting through to them that they need to start these matches better. That is an absolute firecracker to start this one out. So now Leeds already have a lot to do here as Marcelo Bielsa seated very comfortably on his normal little pedestal there, but will be very uncomfortable knowing that he has to maybe change his game plan up here, try to accommodate for what has just happened. Man United coming out of the gates firing, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's selections already looking to have paid off. Luke Shaw coming back in after a day of rest, intercepting the pass, leading to the build-up, and here's McTominay again inside the box. He shoots, he scores! McTominay's having a day. I can't believe it. Man United have absolutely ravaged Leeds here in the opening stages. McTominay's played, and again, he makes no mistake this time with the left foot into the same corner, and United lead 2-0 on 4 minutes. It's a simple throw, and Martial picks it up. It's a great reverse pass. McTominay runs forward. Matus Click is late in chasing him. Look at this pass, just splits 3 players. Liam Cooper, Luke Ayling completely cut out. Click is late. He knows it as he sees McTominay control it. It's a great first touch from McTominay with his right foot. It steadies himself. It sets himself up with the left, and he makes no mistake passing it into that bottom right corner with his left foot. It's a brilliant pass, a brilliant finish. What a start from United in this one. What an absolute onslaught against Leeds here. They must be absolutely shell-shocked. Now trying to make it up here. Our Leeds coming forward is Click. Jack Harrison going into the United box, getting across away. It's dangerous. It's Shaw. Oh, my word. Luke Shaw barely clearing that one away as Rafinha was coming onto it very quickly from the far side of the pitch. It's excellent combination play from Leeds here. Matus Click into the path of Jack Harrison, who puts a good cross in here. Takes a slight deflection off Lindelof. And you can see, I think Shaw was not expecting Rafinha on his back there. Was a little slow at this clearance, but did get fortunate to get there first, and he actually cleared it off Rafinha for a goal kick here. So De Gea will throw this one up the pitch. It's settled by Leeds. Rodrigo coming back and doing well. Liam Cooper will send it back here to Melia. And good Lord, I can finally take a breath here, guys. What a start to this match. Cooper, Alioski, he'll launch one up the touchline here. That one looks like it went out of play, but he may have been clipped by Daniel James, so it'll be a free kick here to Leeds. Yeah, no kidding, Bruno. What? This start is insane. I mean, you know, maybe like I said at the beginning of the match, I don't think that we're title contenders, but we're not a bad team. We're just a very inconsistent team. And one of our biggest inconsistencies this year has been starting matches really slowly, like taking a long time to wake up. What is this? Like, gee, like we look like absolute killers. Like, we've been picking off like every pass Leeds have played. The passing behind from Martial is cutting. It's brilliant. Like, McTominay is suddenly an attacking midfielder. I mean, it's early in the match, of course, but good Lord. Such a good start. Here's the Lindelof moving forward. Good pass into the path of Dan James. He leaves his one for Wan-Bissaka a little short, and it allows Alioski to clear it away. Now here's McTominay under pressure from Bamford. He will get it back to De Gea, who will complete the clearance here. Up goes Calvin Phillips. Bruno Fernandes there to harry him. It's still bouncing around here, and finally a offsides flag will come up on Daniel James. It will be Leeds with the free kick. Luke Ayling. Now it's coming all the way back to Ilian Melia. Ayling. Luke Ayling. Looking forward here. Rafinha is open. Flag has not come up yet. He may still be on offsides on VAR review. Clipping one in the box. Click. Flicking it on. Up goes Bamford with the initial header. Finally caught by David De Gea. And no need for the VAR check here, as nothing did occur there. So guess we won't ever officially know if Rafinha was offsides. So this one rolled out for Lindelof here by De Gea. He'll move it forward. Martial dropping deep. Wan-Bissaka. Oh, that's a dangerous pass back into McTominay. It's intercepted. Bamford going in between the center backs, taking a strike, and he's shanked his strike wide. Huge chance for Patrick Bamford. Had to take it on his weaker right foot and did not execute. It's a poor pass from Wan-Bissaka. It's a flat pass. It allows Click to jump in there. He forces McTominay off of it. And that allows, I believe, Rodrigo to send this one in behind for Bamford. Oh, but he just gets underneath the ball. It's just completely mishit there. He wants to pass it into the far corner. Doesn't see the spin. He doesn't see the bounce. And it just kind of skews off of his right boot there. And really isn't anywhere close to the goal. And that's poor from Patrick Bamford. Huge chance to claw his side back into the match. A goal on 8 minutes would make them pretty much forget about the way this match has started. Would give them hope of coming back. But now they still do trail by 2. Leeds, of course, will not stop attacking. They are very committed to their style, Marcelo Bielsa's training. So they will remain very dangerous for United here. But trailing by 2 already, they will be open to counterattacks, and Marcus Rashford and Martial will be licking their lips to get into the space exposed as Leeds come forward. There's McTominay. That pass intercepted by sliding Rodrigo, but it's bounced to Martial. Good turn by Martial. Fred has this one poked away from him by Calvin Phillips. Shaw. Rashford. Driving here at Stuart Dallas. Getting inside. Lays it to Fernandes. Tries to loft one into the path of Rashford, but it's well intercepted by Phillips. Phillips' pass, though, is poor. It's United who will take it and once again have possession. Great touch by McTominay coming forward here. Rashford, some space against Dallas. Gets inside the box, looking for the strike. It's blocked. Excellent work once again by McTominay and Marcus Rashford this time around. Marcus Rashford absolutely skinning Stuart Dallas here, faking going on the right, completely gets him off balance and then enters the box, gets the strike away. It's Liam Cooper, last-ditch defending there that pokes it away. So this one comes off a Leeds player from the throw. It'll be a United corner. And this is hilarious, guys. My fantasy chat is blowing up right now because one person in our fantasy league absolutely hates Scott McTominay. I mean, hates him. Just despises everything he represents, everything he is. And he's watching the game right now. He's getting some flack right now. Here's the corner kick. Lofted in. That one a little too floated there. Allows Melia to come out and catch that one over the top of the heads. We'll throw this one out towards, I believe, Harrison. But Harrison's flick forward. There's nobody from Leeds yet that far up the field. It'll be easily collected by Fred. And United can come again. Wan-Bissaka. Rashford. Good pressure here by Leeds. So that one's knocked forward by Cooper and then knocked out by Man United. It will be a throw in here. Alioski will be the player charged with it. Rodrigo. Alioski. Laid in by Harrison. Good tracking by Fernandez. United will win it back. So Rashford rolls away from Harrison and lays it back for Lindelof. Lindelof, good forward pass, left for United or left for Martial. Martial takes his time, looking for the right pass. He'll lay it out to Shaw. Dan James on the other side of the pitch. He'll lose out there to Stuart Dallas. Ayling will take possession. Some slow pressure from United is creeping up towards Liam Cooper here. Now Alioski plays one long up the line here. And it's collected by Lindelof, but a poor touch from Lindelof. Yeah, young Bolus, welcome to the welcome. 2 goals from Scott McTominay in the opening 3 minutes, or a minute and 45 seconds between his 2 goals. But he scored literally on the minute mark and then about 2:45 in this match. So a bunch of huge chances already. United came out of the gates flying today. Leeds have already had a very good opportunity themselves. That one not taken by Patrick Bamford in about the 8th minute of play. And McTominay Messi today, yeah, potentially. We could be seeing a McTominay hat trick today at some point. And I don't think I would have ever thought, I could never have imagined myself saying those words in my entire life. Here's Maguire. Luke Shaw. Dan James. Looking infield for Fred here. Good pressure once again by Leeds. Have not gone away from their style here. You can see how many white shirts are pressing up the pitch. I feel like I was more likely to score in college than McTominay was. I scored like 6 goals in college. I scored like 12. No. I scored like 8 to 12, 8 to 10, something like that in high school. I mean, yeah, I was center back, but we go up for corners. Tominay's a holding midfielder, man. He's not even expected to score on corners. Fred. Good 1-2 with Martial. Fred driving forward. Harried here by Click. He's able to hold off Click. Find Martial again. Looks for Rashford. Great sliding challenge by Liam Cooper. Absolutely critical there by Cooper. It was another brilliant pass from Martial. Look at this work from him and Fred. Fred finding him once again. He sees the run of Rashford. That ball is beautifully weighted. That will certainly be a great opportunity for Rashford if Liam Cooper does not intervene there. Great work by the Leeds center back there. So this ball actually just going to stay inside here as it's cleared up the far touchline by Leeds. It'll be run down by Luke Shaw. Now David De Gea. Going to knock one out to the feet of Wan-Bissaka. Picks him out well there. Quick work by Wan-Bissaka's found Rashford, who skips by Cooper, sends it back to Wan-Bissaka, but a good challenge by Ayling will take it away and keep it in play here. We've already seen Rashford sort of juke a couple of Leeds players here. He's already scorched Stuart Dallas, and now Liam Cooper has found himself in Rashford's hit list. And leads still keep coming. If I block the scoreboard here, I think the way the game's going, we would think it's 0-0, and these teams were just going at it. United just clinical in those opening 2 minutes, but they have been sharp to start the day. Martial, Fred, McTominay, Rashford, all of them looking very, very sharp here as Rashford is bowled over by Alioski. But the same can be said for some of the Leeds players as they have gotten their feet steadied beneath them a little bit after conceding those 2 goals, but it won't be any comfort to them. They do still have a mountain to climb here. Now looking for a quick kick here, but the referee in conversation with Marcus Rashford, and he will call that one back quickly. Talk about the Premier League games that happened earlier today. I believe we had a 1-1 draw between Brighton and Sheffield United early today. A huge point for Sheffield, but they will be disappointed. They had a lead after going down to 10 men when John Lundstrom was sent off. and gave it away right at the end of the match to Brighton. And then Tottenham lost 2-0 to Leicester today. Dropped more points. So a tie and 2 losses are the last 3 results for Tottenham. They are slipping down the table a little bit after their cracking start to this Premier League season. Here's Rashford shifting himself past Rodrigo this time. Fred. He tries to lay it into the path of McTominay, but I think he got his wires crossed there. Overplayed the pass. It'll be collected by Harrison, and now Melia will send it back out to him. Confident work by Leeds here in their own penalty area, but Harrison will eventually just be forced to clear this one away. Good pressure from Bamford on Lindelof, but it will be knocked out for a United throw. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Oh, that one comes off Martial last, yeah. Throw in here for Leeds. You can see Martial trying to sell it to the assistant referee, but wasn't fooling anyone there. Bit of a wry smile on his face, I think. Here's Leeds. Ayling. Now launched across the pitch by Liam Cooper. He's picked out Stuart Dallas with a lot of room. Dallas now. Closed down by Rashford. He'll look forward. Good combination from Leeds here. Out to Rafinha. Tries to get around Maguire, but Maguire will poke it away from him. And will let that one go out for a corner kick. Question mark? Maguire had every opportunity to keep that ball in play. I think he maybe got too engaged with using his body against Rafinha there to keep him off the ball and just allowed it to trickle out for a corner. So will be the first corner of the match for Leeds. Opportunity here to try to cut the gap to 1. Here it comes, swung in, near post, knocked away. I believe that bounced off of Bruno Fernandes from a Luke Ayling flick. And now Bruno Fernandes has laid Daniel James in. He gets by 1 sliding challenge, but can't escape Stuart Dallas. Good defending by Leeds at the end of the day here. And they can move it out through Calvin Phillips. Switching play here to the near side. Beautiful pass from Phillips. Will land at Alioski's feet there. Now being switched back to the other side. It's Ayling looking long for Rafinha. Taken down on the head. He tries to push it around Luke Shaw, but handled well by Shaw here. And also turn away from Rafinha very well. He looks infield for Fred, who leaves it. It's going to be intercepted by Harrison. Rodrigo, top of the box. Fakes the strike. Strikes it. Blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Bamford strikes. It's in. And he's offsides. Good strike by Patrick Bamford, but you had suspicions that he was offsides as this shot from Rodrigo bounced around United shirts. And yeah, he is offsides here. You can see it bounces off of Wan-Bissaka and Rodrigo here. It's a good finish from Bamford. Taken well on the half volley there, but unfortunately for him, will not count. Leeds remain down 2-0. Another mistake from United in possession, though. You can see the Leeds pressure is reaping some rewards here already. An opportunity for Bamford earlier created by a turnover. Now this one for Rodrigo created by that mistake from Fred. De Gea looking for a short option, but not really seeing one here. He's going to launch it long. Headed down here by Leeds. It's Rodrigo coming away with it. He'll swing it out to Alioski, but well read by James. And now United have intercepted it. They're coming the other way. Fred looks for the reverse pass. It's Martial inside the box. Poked away from him. It's Rashford striking. He scores! It's Bruno Fernandes, actually, who's put this one through Cooper's legs. And it's 3-0 United. "20 minutes into the game, and United look like they can score every time they come forward. This time it's Bruno Fernandes. He starts it off here as Daniel James intercepts the ball. He plays Bruno Fernandes, who lays Fred in. Fred plays a nice reverse pass from Martial, who gets his attempt blocked by Liam Cooper. But the ball bounces into the path of Bruno Fernandes. His strike goes through the legs of Cooper. Ilian Melia can't see it quickly enough, and it rolls right below his arm there, just to the side of it, into the left-hand side of the net. It's a great finish here by Fernandes. Yeah, it goes through the legs of Ayling, actually. There's nothing Melia can do about it. He sees it too late. It's hit too hard. It's a great finish from Bruno Fernandes. It's another brilliant combination from United coming through midfield. And they lead 3-0 here in the 20th minute. What an absolute blitz from United in this first half of play. And we could certainly see more goals here as Leeds are not going to stop looking over the top here as Harrison for Bamford. It just goes over his head there. About a yard over the top of Bamford there. But trailing 3-0 our Leeds, they will continue to come. They will likely continue to expose themselves on the counterattack. We could see a lot more goals in this match as we are 3 goals in, 20 minutes in. What a pace to this one. I've told you guys before, it's always thrilling when Leeds plays, whether they're the ones scoring the goals, whether they're the ones giving it up, but my word, never fails to deliver. I'm going to be breathless at the end of this match. Ayling, Rafinha, Calvin Phillips, Alioski, Phillips, launching one long. That one over hit for Rafinha. It'll be headed down by Maguire to Wan-Bissaka. Daniel James out to Wan-Bissaka. Good passing here by United. It's excellent combination play again. Wan-Bissaka cuts off Harrison's attempt at a challenge. He's dragged back by Phillips. It'll be a free kick to United. All right, Nolan, I'll explain. Daniel James intercepted a pass moving to the near side for Harrison. He played a pass into Fred, who played it forward. Bruno Fernandes flicked it back to Fred. He played a reverse pass for Martial, whose shot was blocked by Liam Cooper. The ball bounced into the path of Bruno Fernandes, who finished it through Luke Ayling's legs into the bottom left corner of the goal. No chance for Melee. And it's 3-0 United in the opening 20 minutes of this match. And I've been telling chat, we could see 4 more goals in this match because Leeds are not going to stop running. Yeah, Fred actually made a really nice pass there. You expected him to play the simple pass out to his left to Rashford, who was running forward. Instead, he opted for the difficult reverse pass to Martial. And Martial just absolutely skins Ayling here. But then the pass is poor. He gives it away to Rafinha. Here comes Leeds driving forward. Infield's Rafinha. Good sliding challenge from Fred. Will block the pass and take it away. Fred has looked excellent here today for United. Now it's moved out to Rashford. Rashford inside the box. It's Martial, top of the box. He'll lay it back to Rashford. Fred played in. Plenty of time for Fred. Gets his cross back. Alioski there to intercept it. And finally, Leeds will cover the danger here. It's knocked off of Rashford, I believe, for a throw-in here. It's Rafinha slow to get up on the other end of the pitch. And yeah, McTominay and Fred stepping up. They have been excellent here as we see this challenge from Fred. He actually doesn't get any of the ball there. It just kind of gets trapped under his groin area, actually. Yeah, I think that should have been a free kick for Leeds. But, yeah, going back to that pass, you expected him to lay the simple pass out to Rashford. Instead, he opted for that reverse pass. It was very nice, but just more excellent work by United. The passing in the build-up to the goal was absolutely fantastic. And as Yori has mentioned there, the midfield has really been the engine here today. McTominay, Fred, and Fernandes have all been absolutely excellent, as have Martial and Rashford, and even James to some extent up top. James more defensively intercepting passes, but Rashford and Martial have been absolutely skinning people today. Their body movement, their runs, their movement off the ball has been fantastic as Leeds crossing into the box. Up goes Bamford, and he can't keep his header down. Another chance for Patrick Bamford, but can't rise high enough to get this header goalwards. It's Click with this cross. He's left wide open as Luke Shaw has 2 players to deal with there on the far side. Click puts a good ball in. Bamford gets over the top of Wan-Bissaka, but as mentioned, just can't rise high enough to head that one down. It sails high over De Gea's crossbar. De Gea launching this one forward. Good body work here by Stuart Dallas to shrug off Marcus Rashford. He'll win possession back. Lays it out here. Rafinha. Rodrigo. Phillips. Out to Alioski. Harrison. Harrison gets across away, but it's blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Excellent defending there by Wan-Bissaka. We talk about Wan-Bissaka time and time again. You've heard me mention how good some of his sliding challenges are. His 1v1 defending truly is excellent. He is elite, and does it again here as he blocks away Rodrigo's cross. Gets a little unfortunate as this one bounces off him for a corner kick. He is such an excellent 1v1 defender. Still a little just okay coming forward, but truly elite at that 1v1 defending. His sliding challenges, his acceleration against some of these tricky left wingers is absolutely superb. Here's the corner kick from Calvin Phillips, swung into the box, punched away by De Gea. So that one got a little too close to him, and a very strong punch there coming almost all the way to half field before Stuart Dallas will collect it. Now it's Rodrigo turning away here from McTominay. Ayling. Rafinha. Dallas. Good ball behind from Click. Mistake here. It's sprung in Dallas. His cross is cleared away by Wan-Bissaka. And now, poor from Shaw. His clearance is blocked by Rafinha. Leeds have taken it again. Click with an overload against Shaw. He'll flick it in behind once again. Rafinha steadying himself. Almost gets around Fred here. Does get a cross away with this right boot. Up goes Wan-Bissaka to head away. Alioski diving header to keep possession here. Now it's Harrison driving infield. Laying it for Click. Back to Phillips. Good pressure here from Leeds. Crossing to the back post. Up goes Shaw. He'll flick it behind for another corner kick. And how are we still in the 28th minute? Barely halfway into this one. And I am already exhausted. Corner kick from the far side for Leeds. Swung in here with the left boot of Rafinha, but it's very poor. Doesn't get off the grass, and he's also offsides as the ball comes back to him on the initial clearance. So United will be able to catch their breath here, move their lines up the pitch, and clear this one away, and I will be able to take a breath here as well. Just constant spells of pressure from both of these teams in offense. Oh, excellent combination play from United here again. Fred playing in Daniel James. Strikes it. That one blocked. A bit selfish there from James as he had the overlapping run from Fernandez. But once again, McTominay, Rashford, and Fred combining beautifully to spring Fred into some open space. Here's Rodrigo on the other end. He'll lay it off. Goes to ground but continues his run as Rafinha has it. Rafinha striking it. That's blocked. Rafinha again. Tries a cutting pass there towards Harrison, but can't connect with him. It's too strong. Apparently Rashford has been slow to get to his feet. He is now walking around. Looks to be okay. He's in a conversation here with the center referee. I believe it's Anthony Taylor. So you can see he's actually just kind of clipped here by Stuart Dallas after springing Fred into that space. So here's De Gea. We'll go long from the goal kick here. Leeds pressing high. Didn't want them to play out short. Flicked header here by Martial. Will be headed away by Cooper, but Martial will collect the loose ball. Now he's driving at Ayling. Gets into the box. Almost gets a cross away. Comes off of Ayling. It'll be a corner kick for United. You like the drive there from Martial. He picks up the ball, gets his head up, and has one thing in mind. He's going to make Luke Ayling's life hard just driving straight at him at pace. Man U slow to take this corner kick. Really nobody in the corner just yet. Not sure who's running over there. It's Luke Shaw who's finally found a ball here to take the corner. So Shaw from the far corner here will swing one out with his left foot. Here is Shaw. Looping one in. Up goes Maguire. Loses out to Liam Cooper there. Dan James comes forward but misses his header. Now Rafinha with a chance to clear. It's bounced off of Fernandez and stayed in play here. And eventually comes off of a United player it's James who Took a little bit of a shot there. You can see he's a little bit winded here as Leeds take the throw in. Rodrigo plays this one away from Fred. Now launched in behind Shaw, but McGuire's there to read it. Fred brings it down, collects it. Great pass infield for Fernandez. Has some room to work. He'll play it all the way out to no one. Thought that one was intended for Wan-Bissaka, but missed his mark there. Was looking for Marcus Rashford. And Marcus Rashford sort of gives him a quizzical look across the field, a little bit of a hands up, like, was that for me? Leeds coming away with it. It's Ayling. This pass is easily read by Shaw. Here comes United the other way. In behind is Martial. One-on-one against Cooper. Shifts inside, but Ayling comes back in time to poke that one away. Poor pass, though. United takes it away, but Rodrigo takes it away from him. Now Bruno takes it away from him. Looks in behind. It's blocked. And now Leeds will finally calm it down as that ball was just being ping-ponged around the teams there. And Luke, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, buddy. I do not allow links at the moment. If it's something related to the match that you really want me to see, you can let me know what it's about or DM it to me, and I can try to I can see if I can make an exception. But at the moment, I get too much spam to allow links. Sorry about that. Here's a cross from Rodrigo. Back post. Wan-Bissaka flicks away. Here's Alioski striking. Blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Here's Alioski throwing it in. Harrison. Click. Click. Turning back here under good pressure from McTominay. Phillips. Alioski. Click. That one blocked by Fernandez, but it will still be a Leeds throw in here. 33rd minute. So sort of getting a little close to halftime. Here's Harrison. That one blocked away by Wan-Bissaka. Looks like it will be another Leeds throw. No, it will actually be a United throw. So once again, good defending by Wan-Bissaka has earned his team the advantage here. Thrown in here by Wan-Bissaka. Bruno Fernandes holding the back of his head as Calvin Phillips went up to win the header above him. Fred, a little bit of a clip on Rodrigo, but Rodrigo stays on his feet, gets it out to Click, whose cross is blocked. It's going to be another corner kick for Leeds here, and the pressure continues from both sides. What a match, I gotta say. This is brilliant. This is just great to watch, man. If you're a neutral, if you enjoy football, these, like, the counter-attacking, the sharpness from United today, they are definitely on their game today. This is absolutely brilliant to watch. These teams are just absolutely going at it. Leeds are trailing 3-0. They're still going at it. Here's the corner kick flicked away. Back post to Rafinha striking. Blocked away by De Gea. Still bouncing around the box. And some work, good work from Wan-Bissaka will help De Gea and Lindelof clear that one away. The flag is up for offsides here. I believe it's on the follow-up attempt. This is a great strike from Rafinha. You see the initial corner kick flicked back by McTominay. Rafinha gets good contact here. It's Harrison who's offside, so I'm not sure if the goal would have stood, but it's a great save from David De Gea here with his legs. You can see it comes through the legs of Lindelof, which makes it tough to see. David De Gea stepping up there for United, and now Daniel James getting around Liam Cooper, trying to hold off Alioski. He's driving forward, getting his head up, top of the box. It's Rashford now, steadying himself, waiting for the overlap, plays it back for Fred, and looks like the counterattack has sort of petered out, and now a bit of a short pass for Fernandez. Fernandez has taken it back from Calvin Phillips. Now it's Martial. Rashford clipping one in. That's a poor pass there from Rashford. Probably his worst pass of the match, and Alioski takes it away. Meilier forced into a clearance here. And that one goes too far for Rafinha. Will be out for a throw-in for United. Man, oh man, guys. As a neutral, as a person who likes watching football, these teams are so great, so offensive, just so willing to go at it. Leeds are trailing 3-0, and there are spells of this match where they're just like pinging the ball around the top of United's box, like playing people in behind, like backs are overlapping. You're just like, man, they're either like level or winning this game. You're just like, they're just trailing 3-0. You're just like, what the hell? Here's Wan-Bissaka into the feet of Martial. He'll have this one robbed of him by a click, and good pass forward by Rafinha. Here's Bamford. Lays it out to the... Oh, that's so poor from Bamford. Cheap giveaway as he underhit his pass for his teammate. And look at Shaw coming forward, playing Rashford in behind. It's poked away from him at the critical moment by Dallas. What a run from Luke Shaw there. He makes the interception on the other end, dribbles the ball 60 yards, and almost springs in Rashford. It's a great intervention there by Stuart Dallas at the last gasp. If he had not gotten a piece of that, Rashford was certainly going to be in behind him. Broadcasters talking about how fit Leeds are, and I mean, yeah, they have to be the way they play. Here's Shaw. Corner kick comes in, headed down by Martial, back post, and scored by Lindelof! It's a training ground routine for United here, aiming for that near post flick on. They tried this a couple times last week with Lindelof and McTominay. It didn't come off, but it comes off here against Leeds, and it's 4-0 United in the first half. It's another set-piece goal against Leeds. This time flicked on by Martial. You can see him pumping his fist as he sees Lindelof at the back post. Lindelof is left by Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips completely abandons him. Lindelof wide open at the back post. It's an easy finish for him. It's another easy goal for United and another set-piece goal that Leeds have conceded here. Their 9th of the season that they've completed from a set piece this year. And more frustration for Bielsa, more joy for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and United. They have been absolutely clinical in this match, in this first half. It is 4-0 on 38 minutes. And again, I don't think they're done scoring. We could see a Liverpool scoreline today. There's the launch forward here from Cooper. It's intercepted by Lindelof, and now Maguire taking it away. Good pressure here from Leeds. It's played out well by Fred. United still playing this one out of the back. It's Shaw laying it off now. Here's Fred. United still dealing with the pressure very well here. McTominay, Wan-Bissaka. James in a battle with Alioski here. He ends up fouling Alioski. Alioski in some pain here. You can see him hitting the ground here. Coming forward, here's Ailing. He's going to lay one out to the right-hand side. That one just barely kept in play by Rafinha. But it's with United once again. Here comes Rashford. A couple step-overs here. Some help from Calvin Phillips for Stuart Dallas. Still with Rashford as Fernandes plays him in behind, but good defending by Phillips will force him backwards. Bruno Fernandes wants the killer pass here, as he always seems to want, but can't find it this time. So United just steadily keeping pressure. Oh, great pass from Fernandes in behind. Martial's in the box. He's offsides, I think. Yeah, he is. Flags up. McTominay gets his shot away. It's a great save by Melia, but finally the referee will see the flag up on the far side. Good look from Bruno Fernandes there, but Martial just a little bit early. You can see he loops his run here, but he is clearly offsides there. So good work here by the assistant on the far side. Here's Cooper, back to Melia. He's going to launch this one forward. Header up. By Harrison there. Bamford swinging this one to the far side. It's good combination here from Leeds. Swung out to the far side with Rafinha. trying to take on Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka doesn't block this cross, and oh, great work by Shaw at the back post. Patrick Bamford was waiting for that one to arrive at his head on the back post, and Luke Shaw just got a piece of it. We're in the 40th minute here. Quick throw in here. Click in behind for Harrison. Crossing it in. Flicked, and it just goes wide here. It's a corner kick for Leeds. Another dangerous opportunity as I think De Gea was breathing a bit of a sigh of relief that that one skimmed by his left post there. The flick on looked dangerous as it came off a United player. It's Rafinha. Corner kick from the near side here. Swung out. Header's down. It's a great save. No, it goes in. And it's Liam Cooper heading down for Leeds. I don't think United really got set to defend that one. Maybe getting a little bit lackadaisical with their huge lead, but Liam Cooper nods this one down into the right-hand corner. De Gea gets a hand to it, but can't push it wide of the post. It comes in off of that post, and Leeds have a goal back here. They still trail by 3 goals, but that will be a nice momentum boost for them just before the halftime whistle here. And it's the captain, Liam Cooper, scraping this one back. It's a great header from him, rising above. I'm not sure if it was Lindelof or Maguire there, but it rises above. It's a great header down. It's directed beautifully, has excellent power on it. Rafinha will pick up the assist there for the corner kick. And here come Leeds again. Rodrigo in behind. Harrison steadying himself. Crossing. Back post. Flicked away by McTominay this time. It'll go behind for another corner kick. We've talked about it. Leeds continue to pile pressure on United. United have passed out well. They could counterattack at any moment, but they have been pressured by Leeds here this entire half. So this one will be from the far corner. Will be Phillips swinging this one in. McTominay, his header down to Alioski. He'll strike it. It's blocked. Good defending by Fred. It's bounced out to Rafinha. Up against Wan-Bissaka. Looping one to the back post. Up go the heads. It's Martial helping out here. And finally flicked away. The flag also goes up here, so United will be able to steady themselves. Still leading by 3 here, but the shutout has disappeared, which I will fist pump for because my opponent in my fantasy league has Victor Lindelof. So it's the only time I'll actually be happy that United gets scored on. No shutout bonus for him, and it looks like United still will win the game since they're up 3 goals. It's a little bit of cheekiness here for me. United going to go forward here. Flicked on by Luke Shaw, but good reading by Stuart Dallas will take it away, but now he's out of position. Here comes Rashford one-on-one with Luke Ayling. Terrifying position for Ayling. Rashford, right foot striking, deflected. It's going wide. That one did take a deflection as mentioned here, but you can see what happens when Leeds are out of position. Dallas's touch is poor. It bounces to Shaw. He realizes he's out of position, makes a desperate attempt to try to block it. He can't. It leaves Ayling one-on-one with Rashford. Rashford gets the half yard of space he's looking for. His shot, though, is just deflected. It carries it well wide of the goal in the end, but a very dangerous opportunity there for him. Now it's Fernandez from the near corner. It'll be an outswinging corner for United. Here it comes. Swung into the back post. Up go the heads. Flicked away. Only as far as Rashford. Steadying himself. Another. Rashford still faking shots. Left-footed strike and great save by Melee. Marcus Rashford. What excellent play there from the striker. So patient at the top of the box. He fakes the shot once. Gets one Leeds player to slide. Fakes the shot twice. Gets another sliding challenge out. Finally finds the space for a left-footed strike. It's on target. But a good save from Iliad Melee this time around, getting down quickly to his right-hand side and catching that one, so no rebound coming. Now Leeds trying to play out. Good work here by Rafinha to knock it back to Alioski. Good pressure by United, but Rodrigo handling it well. It's with Alioski. Now some room for Cooper. Yeah, excellent skills from Rashford Bruno. He's been sharp once again. Good cross-field ball here from Rodrigo. Driving forward is Harrison. Good poke away by Maguire, only as far as Click. Now Shaw pokes it away, and United have it once again. Fernandez out to Rashford. Rashford wants to switch play, but doesn't quite have the space or time. United still trying to find a way out here. Maguire will lob it forward. It's a good pass into the feet of Fernandez, who tries to switch the play here for Martial early, but doesn't hit that one correctly. It goes straight into the hands of Melee. And good Lord, we have reached the end of regulation. It has felt like an eternity. We have 2 minutes of stoppage time here. We'll see if Leeds can get another one before the break, as they are in possession at the moment. Luke Ayling with the ball here. Here's Dallas, flicked forward, but good defending by Lindelof to head that one away. Now cleared by Fernandez, can't connect with Rashford. Ayling going to come forward. Minute remaining in stoppage time here. He'll cross, he'll switch to play out to Rafinha. Rafinha trying to take on Wan-Bissaka. Looks in behind, but Wan-Bissaka strong once again. Blocks the pass, now has possession. Looks back for Fred. That's a bit of a loose pass here. Fred has to bail out of the challenge for Bamford. But does well. It's actually clever by Fred. He allows Bamford to come in, basically fakes that he's going to go in for the challenge, and Bamford knocks it out for a goal kick. So a dangerous situation is snuffed out there by some quick thinking from Fred. Yuri Ice talked about it earlier. He has been excellent here today. I'm going to talk about the match ratings after the match because I want to give some credit to a lot of the players here, including some of the Leeds players, because I think some of them have been excellent in this half. And I think they'll have some good ratings at the end of the match. The defenders won't. Here's De Gea. Bouncing around the heads here. Eventually settled down by Cooper. Click will lob it forward but can't keep it in play. That should just about take us to the halftime whistle here. That was a deflected pass from Click. It will be a Leeds throw. But I don't think they'll have enough time to mount one more attack. You see Anthony Taylor whistle in his mouth. Waiting for this one. He'll allow play to go on here as Leeds still have it. And that will do it. We will go into halftime. United leading Leeds 4-1 here. 2 goals in the opening 3 minutes from Scott McTominay. A third from Bruno Fernandes within 20. And a fourth from Victor Lindelof in the 37th minute from a corner kick routine. Leeds pulling one back to their captain, Liam Cooper, in the 42nd off of another corner provided by Rafinha, but a huge lead for United. So again, they lead 4-1 going into the break, and my word, what a half. What a fantastic half of soccer, man. Holy cow. That's just thrilling. I'm going to lose my voice by the end of this cast. There was so much to talk about there. So many flowing offensive moves, so much pressure by each side, a ton of defensive naivete from Leeds. Clinical attacking by United. Just great stuff all around. I would love to have I'll have a brief discussion kind of about Leeds and about United's play here today in a couple of minutes. So actually we can talk about it now. So this is kind of a recurring issue for Leeds is, they have a mentality and a play style. They press high, they go for attack, they look to beat you. When they have possession, they use Calvin Phillips as their outlet valve, right? He's a great passer. He moves it from side to side. He keeps possession for them. He strings things together. But when they press high like this, you leave yourself exposed, right? And you can see it over and over. How many times have we seen Martial, Rashford 1v1 against a Leeds player? 6, 7, and that doesn't seem like a high number, but that is extremely high. Like, if you look at a Mourinho team, his entire goal the entire game when you watch a Tottenham match is to never be exposed 1v1 ever. That's literally his entire game plan. Midfielders dropping in, wide midfielders dropping in. He wants extra defenders in every space on the field so those situations don't happen. And United are a team that thrives in those situations. Rashford loves to dribble at people. Martial loves dribbling at people. I mean, that's their bread and butter. Fernandez loves open space that he can play killer passes into. Like, it's unfortunate because, and I think the broadcasters kind of talked about this too. I think Leeds are a very good team. I think they're well coached. I think they're well marshaled. I think they have a good philosophy that they stick to. And I think that philosophy can benefit you in the long run. They play well. I think they have some really good players. They're fit as hell, obviously, for their pressure. The one thing that I think gets noticed here is there is a bit of naivete around that philosophy. There's nothing wrong with still being attacking side, trying to press high a la a Liverpool, but being a little smarter about your opponents, because it's just not the way to play against United. like United love open space. They want to run in behind you. They want to use their athleticism. They want to use their dribbling. And they want the open space for Fernandes. United struggle against teams that choke that space from them. When Rashford can't run in behind, sometimes he runs out of ideas. Martial, if he's closed down by 2 or 3 players, he can't hold off a big, strong defender sometimes, right? If he gets bumped around. If you have a holding midfielder, an extra one, that can just kind of man mark Fernandes or keep an eye on him, it makes it very hard for Fernandes sometimes to play the game without, drawing fouls, or he just doesn't have the space that he wants, right? And when you have a single holding midfielder in Calvin Phillips, he can get shorn. And you see it on the opening goal because eventually Calvin Phillips comes over to Bruno Fernandes to try to slow him down. Well, what happens? There's no cover. So McTominay comes streaking forward. There's no extra holding mid to pick up the runner. Matus Klik is late. McTominay is wide open. He scores. That's the second goal. Sorry. Excuse me. And so there's a little bit of naivete from Leeds because you would want to make a slight adjustment against United, right? Maybe have a second holding midfielder. Maybe choke the space just a little bit. You can still press them, but you got to know that this is what United wants. And you've seen it. I mean, I think United have played very well today. So I think even if Leeds had made some of these changes, it's still very possible that United would be throttling them here because I think United have just been absolutely clinical. I think every one of their front 6 players is just in their best form today. They're absolutely lethal. Fred, McTominay, Martial, Fernandes, Rashford have all looked lethal. They are clinical. They have finished every chance they've gotten. They have been dangerous. They have combined well. It looks like they'll score every time they attack. And so I think they're playing particularly well today, but Leeds are not doing the things required to stop them. And so while the match is thrilling and fun, if you're a Leeds fan or a coach or, or whatever, you just you love it. You're happy that you're sticking to the philosophy, but just a little naive. And I think that's why they're still sitting in 14th, because I rate Leeds. I think they're a good side. Me and my roommate debate this a lot. He thinks they're around where they should be. I think they're more of an 8 to 12 team in the table. I think they're a top half side. And I think it's just these little things that they get caught with. They're a little naive. Similar with Brighton. Brighton have all this good play. They pass it around the midfield very nicely. I like their structure. I think Graham Potter's a good manager. And they just kind of find ways to lose or fail their chances and don't win, right? And that's why they're sitting in 16th. But I think they play better than Crystal Palace. I think they play better than West Ham sometimes. I think they play better than these teams. They just get caught making slight mistakes. And one of the ones you can see from Leeds is they've given away 9 goals off of set pieces this year. That's way too many. That's really bad. And it's those kind of things that lose you matches and then give coaches like Roy Hodgson and David Moyes the platform to go into their interviews after the game and say, yeah, we were sound defensively. We took our chances off of set plays and we won the game. We're winning games, right? And I like to, and it's a little unfortunate because I like teams playing like Leeds and Brighton. I want them to play openly. I want people to play football. I think it's a good thing. But you can't be so blinded by your philosophy that you forget to remember what your opponents are good at, right? It's the sort of thing where even if you're Man City and Liverpool and you're we're the best team in the league, we want to play a certain way, we don't care who our opponents are, you still make slight tactical adjustments, right? If you're playing against Messi or Barcelona, right, and Barcelona's a struggling team, but Messi's a god, you can tell Jorginho Wijnaldum, hey, maybe don't streak forward as much today and just keep an eye on Messi, right? You can make that small tactical adjustment to just remove a little bit of the danger from the opponent's win conditions while keeping your own. And I just don't feel like Leeds do that sometimes. We'll see what they can do in the second half. I need to catch a breath here and gear myself up because I'm sure there will be more action. But thanks again for tuning in. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream and the match. This is a great match. It's so much fun. You can see how animated I am. So really glad you guys are here with me, and I do hope you're enjoying it. I'm going to take a couple minute break. I'll be right back. And let's see what the second half has for us. Let's see what's happening around the fantasy world. Let's be interesting, guys. I still have a chance here, but my opponent's doing very well for himself. Captain Holly here has Wesley Fofana, who put up 26.25 in the earlier game because he had an assist. And then like a bunch of stats. Holy cow, Fofana was so good today. The goal actually that Liam Cooper scored is a big deal for me trying to win my fantasy matchup because it'll deny Victor Lindelof a shutout here, which is an extra 6 points because he already has 10 because he scored the goal. Fernandez already has 23, which is not unexpected. He's a goal and an assist. So my hope has to be for the second half that United score again, unrelated to Bruno Fernandes. If Fernandes is not involved in the next goal and United score and they're up 4, I would guess that Solskjaer will yank him at like 60 minutes because for like a defensive midfielder or something, because they'll want to rest him because there's just no need to play him the whole match in this one unless Leeds have already scored a couple times and you're like worried about a comeback. So if they hold tight and they score again to push the lead to 4 again, I think Fernandes will get hauled off early and he won't put up any more points, which I'll need. And then Lindelof won't get his shutout, which is good. And then I still have 5 players to play, and he will have all of his players. So I can definitely catch him. But my players will need to play pretty well because they're not really my best players anymore. The only one left that's like one of my better players is Adama Traore. I guess Jared Bowen's been solid, but he can be like very feast or famine. So we'll see. It'll be unfortunate if I lose because a lot of my players have done really well. I started David McGoldrick this morning with Leandro Trossard, and that paid off heavily for me. Both did very, very well for themselves. Nolan, if you're in chat, how's your fantasy team doing today? Or sorry, young Bolus. All right, just about to get started with the second half here. Teams are coming back out. Oh, we got some substitutions for Leeds, guys. And this is really interesting. So Jamie Shackleton and Pascal Struijk. Marco Struijk? Let me double check this. I haven't seen Struijk in a while. Pascal Struijk, yep. Are coming on here. So they're coming on for Calvin Phillips and Matus Klich, which is interesting. Calvin Phillips is sort of their anchor. And, I mean, he's been overrun for sure, but it's quite an interesting one. But the announcers just sort of said something that I think I was trying to get at in my discussion about tactical discussions in Naivete is Calvin Phillips was the only holding midfielder in the first half. Now Jamie Shackleton and Struijk come in. They are both holding midfielders, so there will be 2 of them to try to help out with the surging runs of McTominay along with Fernandes. And that should slow United down a little bit, you would hope. Does lose Phillips, so we'll see how it goes. But it seems a little late to make these changes. The damage is done. Anyway, here we are in the second half. Luke Shaw with the throw in here, looking forward into Martial. For those just coming back, we'll repeat that 2 substitutions have been made for Leeds here. Pascal Struijk on for Matus Klich, and Jamie Shackleton on for Calvin Phillips as Rashford tries to get around a couple Leeds players here. He's done well against one. Jamie Shackleton sort of stuffs him here in the corner, though. Still does have possession, though, does Rashford. Now looking for a way out. He will do well and send it all the way back to Fred. Now Maguire. Steadying himself, looking for an option here. We'll look backwards. Quick pressure here from Stuart Dallas will force McTominay back to Lindelof. Wan-Bissaka steps in field. Around Rafinha. Ball into Fernandez. Bouncing around those. There was a slight deflection. Leeds can come away with it here. Tough pass here for Harrison. He's under some pressure from Shaw. I'll go backwards. Should force a clearance out of Ayling, and it will. Good collect here by Bamford, but well read by Maguire. He's able to head that one away. Now Fred. Good entry pass for McTominay. Oh, it's just a half yard too strong for McTominay. Now Fred, actually good challenge put in here on Dallas. He's taking it away. Fernandez driving forward. Lays in. Martial's open. Striking. Martial's missed it. Huge chance for Martial here, and I can't believe he's put it wide. It's a great challenge from Fred once again. It puts Fernandez in. He lays it to Martial, who gets inside on his right foot, and he just can't direct it goalwards. I'm not sure exactly what happened here. He just missed his strike. A little shocking there. It was about a 12-yard strike. We've seen him hit that one from the left side of the box over and over again throughout his career and just cannot get that one on target. Here's Harrison now. Throw in for Leeds on the near touchline. Harrison. Good work by Harrison. We'll send it back to Cooper. Out to the far side with Alioski. Wide open here is Strauch. He'll get it. His first touch is to look over the top for Rafinha, who may be offsides here. Still allowed to play. Rafinha's cross is deflected by Wan-Bissaka. Good defending by Wan-Bissaka once again. And now McTominay. Forward pass to Martial. He holds it up well. Move it out to the left-hand side for Fernandez. Rashford and Fernandez in a 1-2, but Rashford underhits his pass, and Strauch takes it away. Wan-Bissaka. James. I'm taken away now. It's with Cooper. Cooper switching play. It doesn't quite get over the top of Rashford, but it does flick off the top of his head. It'll be a throw in here to Leeds. Ayling plays it back over to Cooper. We'll slip it out to Alioski. Alioski going to look over the top for the run of Rodrigo. That one just a little too strong for him. Can't bring it down. It'll roll out for a goal kick. Good pressure here by Leeds will force Maguire into a quick clearance, but it actually picks out Rashford well, and unfortunately Martial's return pass is not good enough. It would have sent Rashford in behind. And foul here on Ayling by Fernandez, but the referee just allows play to continue here. Rafinha. I don't think Fernandez will get a yellow card for that, but he could. I think it would be a bit harsh. Cooper. Ayling. Bit of a slower pace to the start of this second half as United probably a little happy to settle things and try to force Leeds into tough situations they can counter from. Here's Rodrigo swinging across in from deep. It gets in. It's a great save from De Gea. It's bouncing around. It's off the post and it's cleared. What a chance for Rafinha here, and what a save from David De Gea. Incredible reflexes here from the Spaniard. This is a great cross from Rafinha, or Rodrigo from deep. It just gets over the top of Wan-Bissaka. Rafinha gets a great strike on it, but the reflexes from David De Gea push this one away. It bounces off his post there as Bamford comes forward, but it doesn't go in as Maguire does enough, and somehow that one's been kept out. What a reflex save from De Gea. Here's Harrison in the near corner, swinging one in, headed away by Fernandez, headed back out to Harrison. Fernandez closing him down. He'll get a cross away. This one flicked away by Fred. Poor touch there by Rafinha will allow Wan-Bissaka to clear. Dallas collecting it. Strauch. Cooper. Rogue 12356. Hello. Welcome to the channel. This one taken away by United. It's with Fred now. Now being moved around the back by United. Chris passing here, but Lindelof's pass is red. Still with Wan-Bissaka, though. Moved back to De Gea. That one taken away by Ayling. Good work here by Ayling. He rides a challenge from Fernandez. Lays it out to Rodrigo, who's pretty open here. He'll lay one in behind for Harrison. Harrison crossing on the right foot. Up go the heads. Lindelof does enough there. Up against Ayling. Oh, and that's poor from Strauch here. It's given away. Here comes Daniel James. 3 United shirts alongside him. Trying to drive by Cooper. He goes down in the box here under challenge. It's going to be a yellow card for James for simulation. Anthony Taylor throwing it back in James's face here as we see Dan James here. It's a great run. He gets the contact from Cooper. There is contact for sure. Yeah, you can see the arm kind of across the chest and face area of Daniel James. I got to say, I think that's a bit harsh on James there. I think he does go down a little bit easily, but that's not the least contact I've ever seen. That arm is definitely across his chest. I don't necessarily think that's simulation. I think it's a little harsh for him to pick up a yellow card there. This Leeds on the other end. It's Alioski moving it into Dallas. Dallas again. Rafinha out to Alioski. A lot of space here for Alioski. Cross comes in. It's flicked on. Knocked away by Maguire. Pressure's mounting here on United, and the pass from Fred is poor. It's given away to Strauch. Here's Harrison. Trying to get around Fred. He will get a corner kick here. Here's Harrison. Near corner, swinging one in. Near post, headed away by Rashford. Clearance completed by Daniel James, who took up a good defensive position at the top of the box. Martial collecting it. Out to Bruno Fernandes, still waiting for some support. Has the run of Rashford. Look at the run from Rashford here. Now one-on-one. Gets some help from Alioski. Inside, on his right foot, looking for help. Lays it for Fernandes, who strikes it. It's blocked. It's going to go out for a corner kick. Excellent counterattacking from United. Once again, gut-busting run from Rashford. He was the man heading the ball away at the near post from the corner kick, and you just see him sprinting onto your screen to give some support to Bruno Fernandes there. Excellent work from him. It's Luke Shaw now. We'll be taking the corner kick from the far side. So we'll be an in-swinging corner kick, contrary to what United were doing in the first half. Here is that corner kick. Swung into the heads. Up goes Fernandes. Gets a flick on it, but nobody at the back post. Rashford will get to the ball before Alioski. He'll look back. We'll pick out Fred. Fred looking for a pass here. We'll 1-2 with Rashford, but Rashford's pass deflected by Alioski. Good work there by Leeds number 10. Now Strauch will switch play. Does very well. A lot of space here for Liam Cooper. Strauch. Cross-field ball from Rodrigo here. It's a great ball. He picks out Harrison. Click in the box. Striking. Blocked away. Sorry, it was Dallas. Click has actually been substituted. Here's Bruno Fernandes coming the other way now. James with a lot of room, but not a lot of support. Driving across Alioski. Out to Rashford. Shifts around Strauch. Will draw a foul here. So United with a free kick here. Opting to slow down the pace just a little bit. Again, they're happy to use this 3-goal lead that they built for themselves in the first half. Try to look for truly golden counterattacking opportunities. But playing well across the top of the box here. A flick on at the top. It's Fernandez striking open at the top. That one deflected. It'll go out for another corner kick. Decent defending at the end of it there by Leeds. But decent play from United is once again almost connecting Martial with the 1-2. But Fernandez with a lot of space to take the strike. It'll be another corner kick from that far corner. It will be Shaw once again. Here comes that corner kick. Swung in by Shaw here. That one's going to be a little too close to Melee. He punches it away. Fred tries to knock it back, but it's poor. He finally does enough there as, oh boy, that was a very good chance for Leeds to counterattack. You can see all the white shirts that were just pouring forward if Fred did not win that challenge. And Fernandez holding the top of his head here. They have a little bit of an issue here. Anthony Taylor just checking for any potential concussion here as we see Shackleton marking him. Oh yeah, he was coming underneath Melee as he punched it away. I think he just got a stray fist there, maybe to the back of the head. Leeds goalkeeper came out well to punch that one. A poor clearance here by Melee. Those headed down by Wan-Bissaka. James tries to find him, but good defending by Rafinha, who's retreating. Will head it out for United throw. Wan-Bissaka. Poor throw in there. Straight to, I believe that's Alioski. But United have taken it back. Good sliding challenge here by Dallas. We'll move it to Alioski. They've taken it once again. Strauk. Dallas. Alioski. Under some pressure here. But Leeds still composed. Keeping possession on this far side of the pitch. Martial now closing Dallas down. Will force him into a long pass. Headed down by Lindelof and collected by McTominay. Shifted for Fred. Fred, look at the space for Fernandez. Looking over the top. He's going to clip one towards Dan James. Good header by Liam Cooper. Leeds trying to come away with it now. It's Harrison on the near touchline. Shaw staying a little bit off of him for now. Trying to force him into a tough pass. He will make that tough pass to Dallas. Shackleton back in field for Harrison, and he'll switch play. Now a little bit of room for Leeds to work here. Alioski. Strauk. Strauk again. Alioski. Ailing. Looks for the switch of play there, but opts against it. Instead finds Rodrigo on the near touchline. Trying to get some space against Shaw. He'll do so. Cutting in field here. Looks for Bamford, but good defending by Lindelof will poke it away. And now it's Rashford. Matched up against Ailing. Trying to get around him. Will almost do so. Now cutting inside of him. It looks like he got stepped on, but he did find Fernandez. Look at the space here for Daniel James. Has Martial in support on the right. He'll look for him. Martial one-on-one. Clipping to the back post. On the hat trick is McTominay, but it's headed away by Ailing. Big chance here is United. Good patient play on the counter here. Daniel James waits for support. Here comes the run from McTominay. It's a good clip pass to the back post by Martial. It's just not enough, and Ailing can clip in there to take it away. It is a corner for United, and their first sub will be made. Luke Shaw will come off here after a very solid shift, you have to say, for Alex Tellez. And I'll keep my fingers crossed for my fantasy prospects that Bruno Fernandes is the next sub for Donny van de Beek. Here is Tellez, freshly introduced, near corner. Swings it in. It's a bit low, headed away by Bamford. Dan James will head it back in the danger area. Martial, still inside the box, has collected it. No offside flag. He shoots. I'm not sure if that was deflected. It was. It is another corner, so Tellez will have an opportunity to redeem himself for that last corner. Wasn't bad whip, just not high enough to get over the head of Bamford. It did look like Martial was on sides there. Ooh. I don't know if that did deflect. Maybe it did. Leeds players don't look like they put up much of a fight. 8th corner for United here to match the 8 of Leeds. Here is Tellez. Again, low corner. This one goes through all the bodies except for Rodrigo, who's able to clear it. It's Wan-Bissaka, the deepest man for United. He'll steady himself. Wan-Bissaka again. Pressure here. Lindelof forced into a bad pass. It's Alioski. A look forward. Some space for Rodrigo. Bamford going to make a run. Rodrigo wants to make the pass. Opts against it. Finds Rafinha. Gets the cross away. Floated. Maguire gets it away. Fred chasing it down. Shackleton gets there first. Moves it back for Harrison. Tellez trying to close him down. Harrison trying to weave some space. Good defending from Tellez. Pokes it away. Here's Fernandez. Getting away from Strauch. Very composed here from Fernandez. Maguire now. And he's just going to put it out as looks like someone's struggling here. It's Patrick Bamford who looks to have maybe a similar issue to Fernandez did a couple seconds ago. Holding the top of his head. Yeah, you can see a hand comes across the face from Maguire. Might catch him on the eye. No intent there whatsoever. But yeah, is just looking at his eye. So United have put it out of play for him. Anthony Taylor just giving him a check here. Looks like he is okay, but we'll take a second maybe to just stop the constant blinking. So Leeds will put it back for United. Here's Lindelof. It'll be Wan-Bissaka. Fernandez turns away from Strauch. That one going to go out for a Leeds throw-in, despite Fernandez's protests. That throw-in comes to Rodrigo, but his touch is loose. It's taken away by Daniel James. United have it once again. McTominay steadying himself, trying to ride a couple challenges here. He'll only ride one. It will be a free kick in favor of United. Second half moving a lot slower than the first half, and I think much to the intent and enjoyment of United. Of course, with this 3-goal cushion they earned from themselves in the first half, just want Leeds potentially to come on to them, try to expend their energy, look for that last goal on the counterattack, but remain defensively solid and not get a little lackadaisical like they did at the end of the first half, giving away that goal to Liam Cooper. Good passing here from Leeds has escaped the United pressure. Now Fred's forced to make a long run to close down Shackleton here. Shackleton laid off to Harrison. Now Dallas. Looking for a cross. Tellez in his way. Cuts it back instead. Still dribbling here is Dallas. He will find Strauch coming forward. Good pass for Rodrigo. Top of the box, but loose touch. It's flicked away, but still with Leeds here as Cooper has it. Here's Rafinha in behind. Good pass for Alioski. He'll clip one to the back post, but waiting there is Tellez. Good defensive positioning from him. McTominay's header is poor. Here's a strike from Rafinha and another save from De Gea. Not sure if that was on target there, but De Gea couldn't take a chance. It was close enough. He gets down well to his right-hand side again. Punches that one away. Just pretty poor clearances here from United. The first one from Tellez straight up. The second one from McTominay's poor. That one is going wide, but just. It's another good strike from Rafinha. Good half volley. Drives it into the ground. It bounces there. And De Gea's near post. Here comes the corner kick. That one not going to escape Fernandez, but the header comes to the top of the box. It's Shackleton. Strauch now. He'll go all the way back to Stuart Dallas and needs to be forced to reset the attack. Alioski going to look for a cross into the box, headed away by Lindelof. Collected by Rashford. Short pass here for Fred. Puts his teammate in some pressure, but Fred does well to get away from it. Wan-Bissaka looking for the right pass. He's picked out McTominay. Has some room to run here. McTominay will ride the challenge of Rodrigo here. Now cuts back. Wants to shift play. Oh, that works. Daniel James bursting into the box. Striking with the left. It's under the legs. He scores! Daniel James' first goal of the Premier League season, and United restore the 4-goal cushion. It's Scott McTominay with the assist into the path of Daniel James. And once again, United have broken Leeds down. It starts from Wan-Bissaka here. Does very well to pick out McTominay. Look at the work from McTominay there. He leaps over the challenge of Rodrigo, cuts it back, waits patiently. He sees the run of James across the face of Ayling. The first touch of James cuts everyone from Leeds out. You can see all the players on the back post for Leeds completely give up. They know Daniel James will get his strike away. It's just whether he beats Melia with it or not. And he puts it through the legs of Ilian Melia with his weaker left foot. It's an excellent strike from Daniel James. It's a great finish in United. restoring the 4-goal cushion, have certainly sealed the match here today. What a clinical performance by United in front of goal. Now Daniel James has joined the likes of McTominay and Bruno Fernandes on the score sheet. Wait, I'm missing someone. And Lindelof on the score sheet. And unfortunately for Leeds, along with that goal, Liam Cooper has a bit of a problem here. Holding his left hip as he jogs off the pitch is a good sign that he can jog off under his own power. As Leeds will get it restarted here. It's 5-1 in favor of United. Leeds moving it forward. Good combination play. Will find Stuart Dallas, but his pass is poor. It's taken away by United, and here comes Wan-Bissaka again. Moving forward to Scott McTominay. Still on that hat trick is McTominay. Good defending by Cooper, who's rejoined play. We'll knock that one out for a throw-in. Fernandes. Driving forward is Lindelof here. Firm intent. His pass a little bit short for Wan-Bissaka. Good sliding challenge by Rafinha. Will win possession back for Leeds. Alioski over to Luke Ayling. Rodrigo, a bit of a short layoff there, and Rashford able to intercept it as he retreats well. Fred, good pass into the feet of Fernandes. Fernandes waiting for his options, looks in behind for Martial. Martial inside the box. Forced to cut it back. It's a little bit wide. He goes back to Rashford. Rashford trying to get some space. Earns the space. Top of the box. Cuts it on his left. Has just ran out of space. Now Martial goes down in the box. Anthony Taylor will point to the spot. What a weird series of events, but the penalty will be awarded here for Manchester United. So Rashford leaves this one for Martial. Strauch leaves a leg in the challenge here. And you can see Martial sort of throws himself over the leg, but he does clip the leg. Strauch did leave it there. Hey Bruno, welcome back. Anthony Taylor in discussion with VAR. We'll see if this holds up. Bit of a soft penalty, if I'm going to be honest. And hurts my fantasy outlook because it looks like Fernandes has taken the ball. No, please, don't do it to me, Bruno. Oh, I thought I would escape. Bruno's going to be substituted soon. That's not going to happen. VAR has not overturned it. It will be a penalty here for United 6. Here is Fernandes. Hop, skip, and a goal. 6-1 Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes' second goal of the game here. An absolute blitz from them here today. And once again, Fernandes solid from the penalty spot. Gets Meslier off balance. Buries it into the bottom right corner with that hopping technique. Never a doubt there, it looked like, from him. And you can see that Leeds have all but given up here on this one. 6-1 for United. What an absolutely massive result for them. This will launch them once again up into third in the table with a game in hand. And the trainer coming out for Leeds here once again. Not sure who has the problem. It is Liam Cooper again. I think this might be the end for him. Leeds do still have one substitution available. He's holding his left hip there once again. It'll be 7-1 soon. Yeah, I mean, it could be. And here do come the substitutions. So as I mentioned, I am punished in fantasy land because Bruno Fernandes is being withdrawn for Donny van de Beek on 70 minutes here. Edinson Cavani will also come on here, I believe, for probably Rashford, maybe Martial. It'll certainly be one of those two. Just give them a 20-minute rest here at the end of the game. Leeds will prepare their final substitution. Liam Cooper will come off. Do hope the injury not too bad. Liam Cooper is captain of the squad, has been at the center of their defense for quite a long time. They missed him earlier in the season. It is Rashford coming off, so I think the appropriate substitutions here made by Solskjaer. The only gripe I would have is that they should have been made earlier, both for my fantasy prospects and because just unnecessary for them to still be on the pitch, risking injury or fatigue. But nevertheless, the right substitutions have been made to give United's 2 key players a bit of a rest here to end the match. Launched forward here by Alioski. Good header by Lindelof. It'll be flicked back in play by Rafinha. Now it'll be poked off of him by Wan-Bissaka. It'll be a throw-in for Leeds here. With 20 minutes remaining in the match here. Again, 6-1 for United at the moment. And Bruno has said it in chat, but it could definitely get worse. So maybe United try to match the 7 goals scored by Liverpool. And here's a chance as they have turned over Leeds. Driving forwards, McTominay gets around Ayling, plays it into the path of Martial, striking, and great save from Meslier. Sticking out the left leg there to clear that one off the goal line. Great work by the Leeds goalkeeper. Bruno's prediction almost coming true here in the 72nd minute. But Ilya Meslier doing everything he can to keep that from coming true. It's great work by McTominay once again, just dancing around Ayling. He plays in Martial, who takes a great first touch. He just shoots it a little too centrally. It allows, he gives Meslier the chance to make that save. It is an excellent save. It is a brilliant save from Meslier, but really Martial should be putting that in an area where Meslier cannot make that save from the distance it was at. De Gea clearing this one away, collected by Jack Harrison. He's going to look long early. We'll pick out Rafinha, who lays it back well for Dallas. Dallas steadying himself, striking it. What a strike from Stuart Dallas! That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Stuart Dallas. 6-2 now in favor of United, but this is the pick of the goals here today from Stuart Dallas. It's laid off to him by Rafinha. Look at this strike. Just curls it into the top corner there. The upper right 90 of De Gea's goal. There's absolutely nothing De Gea can do about this. You can see De Gea's already leaning that way. He's guessing that Stuart Dallas is going to shoot it in that direction, but it's just the most precise strike you've ever seen, curled beautifully into that top corner. Take a bow, Stuart Dallas. Unfortunately, it will not save his team here today, but certainly might get him onto a goals of the week, goals of the month, or even a goals of the season highlight reel. That was an absolute peach from Stuart Dallas there. Here's Rafinha. Alioski. Alioski over the top here. Rafinha again. Couple assists to his name on both the goals. McTominay bundled over by Rafinha. Camera panning to Sir Alex Ferguson, still in the United stand here today. Certainly must be happy with what he's seen. Quite the exciting match, and as we've said over and over, an absolutely clinical performance from Manchester United here today. This clearance will escape the attention of Martial. Leeds will take it back. That's a poor pass here from Shackleton, given away to Daniel James. Shackleton will be able to nip back in time, take that one off of Daniel James. I'll move it back to Meslier, and Ayling will have it now. Dallas comes back. It's knocked along here by Ayling towards the near touchline. Up goes Harrison with Tellez. Harrison's gone down in a little bit of pain here, holding one of his hips. Slowly back to his feet here is Harrison. Still holding his backside there as he landed a little bit awkwardly. Shackleton looking for a throw-in option here. Not really finding one. It's Rodrigo now. We'll play it back to Shackleton. That one poked off him by Fred for another Leeds throw-in. Bielsa still yelling instructions from the touchline here for his side. No matter how far down they are, the philosophy does not change. Bielsa still the same great manager he's always been. Harrison looking in for Strauch here. Slid over now to Alioski. Rafinha driving at Wan-Bissaka, trying to get him off balance here. Good defending once again by Wan-Bissaka. It's another corner. Rafinha will take that corner. Here comes the corner kick from Rafinha. Swung in here, headed down and cleared away by Lindelof. Still in a dangerous position. Bamford misses his strike. He goes down to the box. He's down along with Strauch. Another corner is given here by Anthony Taylor. Not sure if anything will be looked at here with VAR. Strauch is still down. He looks to be in some pain. Strauch was the man who made the initial header. As we take a look at the replay, you can see him go up here. Or sorry, it's actually, yeah, it is Strauch. He just landed awkwardly. And then, yeah, I think Bamford swings and misses and kicks the bottom of Van de Beek's foot. It's a good header down by Strauch. It's knocked straight up in the air by Lindelof. Then, yeah, you can see Van de Beek clips in, gets a piece of the ball, and then kicked in the bottom of the foot by Bamford. Here's the ensuing corner kick by Rafinha, headed away by Cavani. Rafinha swinging it back in. That's a bit of a lofted cross there. De Gea can come out and collect that one easily. Yeah, it's not for much, Bruno. Just to try to keep the intensity of his team up. Finish the match as best they can. But that's about it. Here's Lindelof. Oh, good tackle here on Fred. Bamford now fouling Fred. Referee will allow play to continue as Fred has dribbled away from the challenge of Bamford as well as Jack Harrison. Now Dallas trying to close down Tellez. Tellez gets around him. Fred doing well to hold off Harrison. Martial now. Back to Fred. Van de Beek. Good tackle there by Strauch. Still bouncing around here. It will be McTominay eventually settling it. Now he's driving forward right past Strauch. They'll move it out to Martial. Quickly closed down here by Stuart Dallas. Now he's driving infield. Martial looks for the run of Cavani there, but his pass blocked by Harrison. McTominay collects it. McTominay looking for the hat trick will strike, and the less said about that strike, the better from Scott McTominay, as it will roll out for a goal kick. Here's Ayling. Ayling getting around the challenge of Cavani. Good challenge here by Tellez. Will block the pass of Harrison. It'll go out for a Leeds throw here. So we're just about to tick into the last 10 minutes of play. Still a 4-goal advantage for United here. It's 6-2. What a scoreline. We've seen a 7-0 from Liverpool here this weekend against Crystal Palace. Now a 6-2 from United. Of course, still some time for them to potentially get that 7th goal. Still some time for Leeds to potentially get a 3rd. This one moved over to Shackleton. Now Strauch. Here's Rodrigo turning. Sorry, someone was subbed in for Leeds, and I don't think I ever announced them. It was Leif Davis came in for Liam Cooper there. Apologize for missing that one. Here's Fred. A bit of a slip there from Cavani. Allows Davis to nip in, intercept, and he'll get around Daniel James as well. Davis still driving forward here. Great ball in behind from Davis. Here's Alioski looking in behind. Deflected by Fred. Back post is Harrison. Striking. It's blocked. Excellent challenge by Harry Maguire to block that one away. Another huge chance for Leeds to try to get a 3rd here. It's excellent work by Leif Davis. The cross from Alioski is deflected by Fred into a dangerous position. I honestly think Harrison should probably leave that one for Rafinha, but does get a shot away. Good work by Harry Maguire is the only thing stopping it from being 6-3 here. Corner taken by Harrison towards the back post. Flicked away by Wan-Bissaka. It'll be another corner from the opposite side of the pitch. We have ticked over the 80 minutes. We're in the 81st, so 10 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Not sure what the stoppage time will be, but I think for Leeds' sake, they hope it's short. Here is the corner kick from Rafinha, headed by Ayling, but can't keep that one down. It sails over the crossbar. Will be a goal kick for United. Yeah, a little bit of space there for Ayling as he shifts away from Wan-Bissaka, but can't keep that one down. challenge De Gea. Another good corner kick by Rafinha. Good header down here by Patrick Bamford. I believe that's Davis again. We'll leave it for Rodrigo. Leeds have it once again. Davis under some pressure from Cavani here. Moves it out to Alioski. Poor pass there from Rafinha. Taken away by James, who does well. Now McTominay rolling it over to Fred. Fred going to cut it. Here's Maguire. Driving forward here is Maguire. Still coming, Harry Maguire. He wants to try to get a shot away. Top of the box here. He'll finally lay it off to Cavani. Comes back to McTominay. Over to Fred. Martial. Marked by Shackleton here. Lays it for McTominay. Over to Fred. Tellez. Holding off the challenge here of Harrison, but good work by Rodrigo. Will knock it off of Tellez. It'll be a throw into Leeds here. 83rd minute of play here. Ayling. Shackleton. Good play here from Leeds on the touchline. 3 one-touch passes. They break the United pressure. Now they've shifted play over to Alioski. He helps it on to Rafinha. Alioski again. Strauk. Ayling. Ayling will cross one in, easily headed away by Lindelof. It's a bit of a poor header. It goes straight up into the air instead of getting distance, but Fred helping his teammate out to win that one back in midfield, but his pass intercepted by Ayling as he was trying to spring in Cavani. Coming back now is Van de Beek. He's poked this one off Strauk. Here's Fred moving forward slowly, waiting for some support. Looks for Cavani, who knows he's offsides. The pass comes too late, and Cavani cuts his run there. Yep. That's some good awareness from the striker there. He knows he literally looks across the line, knows the pass is too late, just stops his run. Here's Davis driving this one forward to nobody in particular. It'll roll all the way into De Gea's hands. And he rolled out here to Maguire. Maguire moves it forward. Martial. Tellez. Good sliding passer from Tellez to Maguire. He's laid it off to Martial. He's coming forward. Van de Beek and Cavani make crossing runs. Cavani's in behind here. Striking's Cavani. Saved by Meslier. Follow-up is also saved. And Iliad Meslier putting on a highlight reel of saves here to close this match out. He saves the initial effort from Cavani. Gets back on his feet in time to save the follow-up from Daniel James. And here come Leeds again. Rodrigo overhits the pass to Rafinha a little bit. He's able to keep it in play. But now matched up against Wan-Bissaka. And this is all... Rafinha tries to go for the cheeky nutmeg on Wan-Bissaka. And Wan-Bissaka literally catches it between his feet. Cross in from... I believe this is Dallas. It's cleared away by Lindelof. Cavani there to settle it. He's looking for an acrobatic clearance. Will kind of skew his clearance with his left foot. But Lindelof will go up to tidy it up. And Fred does well coming through the challenges. He'll lay it out for Cavani. A lot of space here for Cavani, but not a lot of support just yet. He'll lay one infield for McTominay. Still on a hat trick, McTominay. Now Martial. There's Harrison pressuring him. Run from Tellez. Looks for Tellez. Tellez strikes it. Saved again by Meslier. And it's Manchester United versus Iliad Meslier here in the last 6 minutes of the match. Piling on the strikes as every United player trying to get involved. They want their name on the score sheet. They want to pad the stats a little bit here. Take a look back at the Cavani strike. Decent strike, a little bit too close to Meslier. He's able to knock that one away with his knee, and then the follow-up from Daniel James is a little bit tame. It does allow Meslier to make a pretty comfortable save, but still credit to him for getting back to his feet very quickly there. Here's Tellez from the near corner. Swung in here. Header from Cavani straight at Meslier. And, oh boy, a turnover here from Leeds. Here's Fred inside the box. He's wide open. Fred's going to strike it. Saved by Meslier again. Ilya Melee is putting on a clinic at the moment. This time it's a header from Maguire off the corner, comes straight to Melee. He rolls this one out to Dallas. Dallas lets it run. It's taken away by Fred, who has the beating of Leaf Davis, gets his strike away, and it's a stray hand from Melee. He leaves his right hand out as far as he can. He just gets his fingers on it. What a save from Ilya Melee. He's had 6 saves in the past 7 minutes. I mean, it is literally Melee against the world at the moment. Here's Tellez from the near corner, swinging this one in. Up go the heads. Another header. This one over the bar from Harry Maguire. No save required from Melee. And we are getting quite the mini game here to finish this one out, as again, the result is certainly beyond doubt. But as Manchester United try to pad the score, try to pad their own stats, Ilya Melee is putting up the wall here, saying absolutely not. We'll see if he has more saves in his locker here to close this one out. I get the feeling he might need a couple more to keep this one from getting to 7. There's Rodrigo. He'll lay it off here to Shackleton. Good work by Shackleton, but the pass from Harrison disappointing. Harry Maguire can jog back and collect this one. He's just going to dribble around Patrick Bamford. Bit of a loose touch, but gets back in time to get it to Tellez. Now here comes Fred. That pass into the feet of Cavani is good. Cavani will switch play over to Van de Beek. Wan-Bissaka. In behind here for McTominay. He's not offsides. Cuts it back inside the box. Looking for an attempt here. Going to get the cross away. It's blocked away by Dallas. It'll be another corner from the far corner for United. McTominay sitting down on his knees. He is exhausted here. Taking advantage of the time he has. And again, still on that hat trick. Tellez taking his time to find the ball here, as he'll be the one taking the corner kick. So this will be an in-swinger from that far side. Here's Tellez. Swung in here. Up goes Melee. Easy catch there from Melee. Waiting for his options here. Melee doesn't see any short, so eventually we'll look for one short. Rolls it out to Ayling as the United pressure sort of runs back down the pitch. Now Ayling will drive forward about 20 yards here. He'll clip one out to Rafinha. It's a good ball. Rafinha now out on the right-hand side up against Maguire. Good cross from Rafinha. Here's a chance for Bamford. Back post Harrison. He's missed it. Jack Harrison had all the time in the world on his favored left foot. The goal was absolutely wide open for him. It's Rafinha again who makes it happen. Look at this ball. It's left by Rodrigo, left by Bamford. Harrison is absolutely unmarked at the back post here. The entire goal in front of him. He aims for the right-hand side of De Gea's goal and drags it. What a terrible miss from Jack Harrison. A chance to make it 3 goes begging. I feel so bad for Rafinha. That could have been his 3rd assist. I cannot stress how bad of a miss that was. De Gea will launch this one forward. Cavani wins the duel up against Leif Davis here. He gets his header forward. Great tackle by Van de Beek. Here comes Van de Beek. Leif Davis trying to get back. Van de Beek into Cavani. Cavani striking, and it's an easy save at Melee as that strike was deflected. We are at 90 minutes, and Scott McTominay has a problem here as he's holding the inside of his groin, and he's just going to come off here with 3 minutes of stoppage time to play. So United will be down to 10 men for the last 3 minutes as McTominay will just walk off the pitch. No hat trick for him, unfortunately. So here's Davis. He's going to swing one out to the near touchline for Rafinha. Rafinha going to look for a reverse pass. Good flick on by Rodrigo. Has picked out Dallas. He is hacked down here by Fred. Fred apologizes. Here's Strauch. Alioski. Alioski cutting inside of Daniel James. Whoever committed. Cross in from Alioski to the back post is behind Rafinha. Martial will just clip this one up the line. It'll go out for a Leeds throw here. Again, United down to 10 men for the rest of this match. McTominay went off injured there, but just have 2 minutes remaining to finish this match out. Here's Rodrigo launching one in behind here for Alioski. Some room for Alioski. He'll lay it back for Harrison. Steadying himself, crossing. It comes back off of Harrison. And that just sums up the afternoon for Leeds as his cross comes off of Van de Beek, back off himself, and will go out for a United goal kick. See McTominay in discussions with training staff on the sideline, still holding the underside of his right leg. De Gea taking his time with this one. Here is De Gea, launching it forward towards Cavani. Good defending by Davis, but Daniel James there to collect the second ball. James sprints in behind, but can't beat Davis to it. Dallas. Out to Rafinha. Tries an early pass into the run of Shackleton, but that one intercepted by Tellez. Maguire. Thank you, Yori. Have a wonderful day. About 10 seconds remaining in full time. Last cross here from Harrison, but it's too floated. De Gea will come out and catch, and his clearance will certainly send us to the full-time whistle as Martial will dance by Ayling. Maybe the last chance of the game as it's clipped in behind for Daniel James. He'll keep it in play. And that will do it. Anthony Taylor will bring us to a halt. What a match here today. Absolutely thrilling from both sides, but United are the more clinical of the teams here, putting 6 past Leeds United here today. It could have been more. It could have been more for Leeds. But in the end, a dominant performance from United. They looked absolutely excellent. Some excellent moments of play for Leeds, but not enough to hold off the Reds. United climb up to 3rd on 26 points. Leeds remain 14th on 17. But what a game we've witnessed here today. And let's quickly go through the player ratings. I want to run through some of the players on United here. I know Young Bolas said, Martial, stop ruining my life. He has 33 points. Martial could have had more. He missed 2 or 3 golden opportunities to score. He could have had 50 today. David De Gea, I think he gets a 6.5 at least. He made a couple great saves and was just left adrift by the Dallas strike. You can even give him a 7. I mean, nothing you do about the Dallas strike. Nothing he can do about the header, I think. Wan-Bissaka, I think a 7. Lindelof, a 7. I think Maguire gets a 6.5. I think Luke Shaw gets a 6.5. I think Wan-Bissaka and Lindelof were excellent. They fell asleep a little bit on the corner kick, which I think was mostly Maguire's responsibility. McTominay, 9.5 for McTominay. 2 goals, dominated the midfield, along with Fred, who I think gets an 8 for me, not a 7, as Fatmob says there. Daniel James, I think 7.5 for the goal. Bruno Fernandes, 9.5, along with McTominay, 2 goals and an assist. Super influential. Rashford, 7.5. Martial gets a 9 for me. Could have gotten a 10 if he actually finished his chances. What a performance from United's attackers here today. Absolutely thrilling. But I want to highlight a couple players on Leeds here today. I want to look at Rafinha. 2 assists for him. He was excellent. He was threatening the entire match. Great performance from him. He has been excellent for Leeds since coming into the starting lineup. The defense, I think, all gets just routed here. Stuart Dallas spares a couple of his blushes with an absolutely glorious goal for the second there. The pick of the bunch here today for the goals, and something we might be seeing in the goal of the month highlight reel from Stuart Dallas. Absolutely brilliant. Melia gives himself a 6 because of all the saves he made at the end of the game. And I want to highlight Rodrigo as having an excellent game today as well. I think he gets a 7. I think he was pretty influential, playing people in behind. Obviously gets sold out a little bit by the fact that the rest of his team, a lot of them really struggled, including Harrison, who missed that excellent chance at the end of the match. But I think he and Rafinha really did try to make the most of what happened today. And I thought that they were the most dangerous players on Leeds for both the goals and a lot of the chances that Leeds created today. So give them some credit there. But once again, what a match today. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, and I hope you enjoyed the cast and the stream. We'll be on again tomorrow. It's a Monday. We got Monday Premier League games. So I will hope to see you all there. But with that, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day.